Hey everybody, so today we had the Partners Showcase, which a lot of us did see coming. Overall, I think a lot of people were really looking for a general direct at the moment, but that is coming later. There were some games here that I'm definitely interested in, but not a whole lot. I think right now is just a really weird time for the beginning of this console. There were still some pretty solid announcements and showcases here that I did want to do a little bit of a ranking and just say what is interesting to me, while also kind of waiting for that big reveal from hopefully an upcoming general direct. But we're starting right away with Orbitals. This was a game that we did already see at the Game Awards. This is a co-op adventure game. Seems really cool. I do really like the art style. In this instance, I mean, it was a game we had already seen. I definitely watched the trailer and thought to myself, wow, I still like that. That's cool. I don't really think this would have landed that way for me if I hadn't already seen the trailer. I don't think that would have landed that same way for me if this had maybe revealed a release date or given us more information on it, but just a reminder that it exists. I'm going to go ahead and give this a B for that reason. I think that it's probably an A title. It's a game that I am excited for, but just given that this is more ranking the announcements themselves, that's a game we've already seen. Next, we have Paranormasight: The Mermaid's Curse. This is a game that seemingly people are very excited about. I had not heard of the first game in this series. It seems interesting. I saw that it is on sale for $5 right now. Just given today's announcement, and I might go ahead and check it out, so I'll give it an A. Seemingly just a horror visual novel. I don't know too much about the original game, so it's hard to speak on, but the trailer was convincing enough for someone that likes a visual novel, so I will check that out. Next, we have Captain Tsubasa 2 World Fighters. I don't know what this is. It's soccer game. Soccer game, one of two in this case, but anime soccer game. I'll give it a C. Not a D. I'm not unexcited for it, but generally speaking, it's just not really my cup of tea. Tokyo Scramble, though, I did have a little bit more interest in. The trailer was somewhat convincing. Kind of seemed like a survival game. You're just making quick decisions, and seemed like there were some cool multiplayer elements to it. So that seems fun. I don't know if this is like a wow type announcement, but honestly, that kind of gets into my thoughts on the direct as a whole. So I don't know. I think tentatively this is probably a B for me. I'm definitely interested to hear more about it. Similar with Orbitals, I think that there's probably some really cool stuff there, but ultimately that's not something I've been privy to in the past. I don't play a lot of survival games such as this, and there were some elements that just might need some more elaboration. I'm sure we'll get that very soon, as this, I believe, comes out next week, so I'm sure we'll get reviews sooner rather than later, and I'm excited to see what that's all about. Next up is Valheim. This is a Viking game. It seemed cool. It honestly reminded me of RuneScape. It felt very it was giving RuneScape vibes. Definitely wouldn't avoid this, but not the biggest reveal of the day for me. Probably a C. Seemed fun, but I definitely will just need to know more about it. It seemed like people were generally interested in this. I'm sure there are people that are very excited. For me, it just seemed like a fun little thing I'd mess around with for a few hours, and who knows if I'd get too into it. So I'll do more research on that one. But as far as the announcement itself, it was probably a C for me. The Hollow Knight upgrade is awesome. Glad for all my Switch 2 owning friends out there who are Hollow Knight fans. Not much more to say. I'll probably give this an A. Next, there was another soccer game. This is eFootball Kickoff. Not really for me. Probably a D. I mean, compared to the other soccer game, much rather see anime boys kicking the ball around than real men. The Adventures of Elliot is a game that I'm super looking forward to. I am excited for that June release date. Immediately after the Direct, we did find out that this is confirmed a game key card, and that kind of killed my excitement a little bit. So this would have been an A, might have even been an S at some points. I did play the demo and really like it, but it's a B. Super Bomberman Collection is actually something I'm pretty stoked on. It's cool that some of these games are releasing in the US for the first time. I've never played a Super Bomberman game before. If this was $20, maybe less, I'd give it a shot. I don't know what the pricing is just yet, but I'll put this in probably B. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, also a great game. I know that was exciting to a lot of people. I already have this game. I don't know. I'll look forward to the next release, hopefully being on Switch too. I would say this is probably a C, maybe a B. I'll give it a B. That exclusive card in there really pushed me over the edge, so I'll give it a B. Pragmata, everybody knows this game is coming out at this point. I don't think we need much more media telling us it is. It does have a playable demo, which definitely adds to today's presentation, so I'll give it an A. I'll play the demo for that. That seems cool. Turok Origins, not a game that super interests me, to be honest. The online seemed alright. I would play this if somebody wanted to play it and it was around, so probably a C. That's just me though. I don't know. I'm sure someone's very excited for Turok Origins. Kyoto Xanadu, I don't know if I pronounced that right. Seemed fun. Honestly, I don't know if that's a game that I would really prioritize personally, but seems cool. Glad that it's getting a Switch 2 edition upgrade because I've played some JRPGs on the Switch 1 that just really didn't do it for me. I'll give it probably a B. Digimon Story Time Stranger. It's crazy that this game is coming out in July. I don't really think that I want it to take that much time. I don't know. It's a game that I definitely already have access to, and as far as like things that excite me to own a Switch 2, probably not super high on my list. It's, a great game, but probably a C. Just an okay announcement. I know that's definitely not everybody's case. Like, I have multiple ways to play games and not everyone does, and that's something to consider. But for me, at least, it was a C. I think generally it's probably a B though. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a C. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink seemed alright. Honestly, have never really dove into this at all. I don't really know enough about it to really elaborate here, so probably a C. Default C option for me, at least. Monster Hunter Stories 3 is next. We've seen this in, 3 directs at this point? Honestly, I didn't really need to see it again. It's out in about a month, so that's cool. Great reminder that it's still coming, but nothing really new within this direct, so as much as I'm excited for this game, I'll put it in B. It looks great. I'll definitely be playing it on Switch, I think. Actually, I think this is a game key card. Is this a game key card? Yeah, it even says it on the box. It's a game key card, so probably play it on something else. So it's a C. Just because of that, it's a C for me, to be honest. Arcade Archives has a new segment called Console Archives. This is cool. I dig this. I liked the Arcade Archives. Cool that a lot of those games are on the Switch, and I'm excited for this, so I'll give it an A. That one can go right to A. There was a sizzle reel that featured Scott Pilgrim EX. This is an automatic S for me. That's just me, though. I really liked the last Scott Pilgrim game, and I'm very excited for this, and I can't wait to play it next month. I don't know if I'll get it on Switch, to be honest, but it is a game I'm really excited for, and I'm just glad that I'm glad it was there. It definitely was nice to see it again. Another Eden Begins. Don't know enough about this. Seemed fine. C. Reanimal. Cool that it's coming to Switch. It's a key card. It's a C. WWE 2K26. Yeah, sports game. It's a C. Star Trek Voyager. Cool. Super cool. Totally fine. Probably a C. Dreamlight Valley upgrade for Switch 2. I know a lot of people care about that. I think that's fine. I'm excited for the option. Probably a B. Seems like a great thing for the Switch, generally. So I've never really played with it. I know people love that game though, and I've definitely been interested. So I'll put it in B. Golf game 2025. God, I couldn't care less about this one. I don't know. It's a key card too. I'm putting it in D. Concept begins. This is cool. This is the card one, I think. Question mark? Was this the card one? It was all going real fast because it was a sizzle reel. So that didn't help anyone remember anything. I think it was the card one though. I don't know. It seemed fine. I'll give it a B. Goat Simulator 3. Oh, this is a tough one. B for the noise a goat makes. Shadow Tactics Blades of Shogun. Not for me, but probably cool. Probably a C. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn. People definitely care about this. I don't know anything about it. I'll give it a B. Resident Evil Requiem. We've seen so much of this. I don't know if I needed to see it again. Personally, I'll give it a C. Actually, I'll give it a B. There was a new amiibo, so it's a B. But everybody's made their opinion on if they're going to play this or not, and didn't do anything to change my life. So probably a B. Fallout 4. This one I don't know, there are better ways to play this. I mean, like, it's a almost 10-year-old game. Is it 10 years old? It might be over 10 years old. The first Fallout entry on Switch, which I think they definitely could have done earlier. I'll give it a C or a B. A C plus B minus area, probably a C. Indiana Jones, though. Now this is something I can get behind. Do really want to play this game. I don't know if I'll play it on Switch, but it seems great, and I know people really liked it. I'll give it a B. And then last but not least, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Something to take into consideration is I believe all three of these games are just downloads in the box. I don't know. I will still give this a B, I think. I don't think there's anything I really want to move here. I can't really just move WWE on principle because I don't care about it. So yeah, I think that's it. Not a lot of S's, not a lot of A's. A solid amount of B's, though. A solid amount of things that I feel like, under the right set of circumstances, could excite me or other people. Yeah, I don't know. I would say that this was just super okay. Given this layout here, I would probably say it was like a 5 out of 10. I don't know if I'd go lower than that. It's just not something that excites me personally. I think this was a great direct for people that don't have another console or system to play games on. And it was great for the platform in general, but yeah, there was just nothing new and exciting here, which is a shame. I think that there's a lot of great things about this system, and I'm really rooting for it. At the moment, it's really bogged down by what feels like they're just kind of catching up with the rest of the industry and putting out games that are super just great titles that many people have already played or definitely don't really take full advantage of the new hardware by any means. When it did, it was kind of a double-edged sword because unfortunately that just means that it's a game keycard at this moment in time, and I think that really kills a lot of the excitement for these games. Let me know your thoughts on today's presentation, and yeah, bye.